Filmwar, Let's Cut the Shit. This is a movie games podcast, so every second not spent playing movie games is a second wasted. Whoever has the most points at the end will be declared our champion. And remember, we don't say Goonies or Ferris Bueller on this show. If you say the words Goonies or Ferris Bueller's Day Off, any variation of that, all of your points will be taken away and you will reset to 0. Tonight is a very special episode. We have our first team-based competition. Brent and Ryan on one side, Lee and Jordan on the other. Tonight, one of these teams will be taking home VHS cassette copies of Wild Wild West and Batman Forever.
Oh, yeah.
I just watched Wild Wild West last week.
Oh, interesting. Now you can watch on VHS if you win. Those are both very duo-centric movies, so of course we've got some duos here tonight. Lee, Jordan, and Ryan have not won a VHS yet this season. Lee, you won one in season 1 before we even went to the video episodes.
Deserve.
This may be your last chance to win a tape this season and get into our winners-only season finale.
When did we enact the Bueller rule?
Yeah.
That was because of you and Seth and Nate 2 episodes ago.
I don't remember making that rule, though.
Yeah, don't say Ferris or Bueller while you have
What
points.
if I say Ferris wheel?
Straight to jail.
I don't know, man.
You gone.
We'll have to put that up to judgment what happens.
Bleep that out.
Context.
Fenris Wolf.
Okay, all right, don't try to skirt the rules, guys.
This game is called Genre Feud.
Skirt.
This game is called Genre Feud. I'll be naming 3 films from a specific genre, and you will guess which had the highest budget and which had the highest worldwide gross theatrically. Each team will have one member answer each question, and we'll flip back and forth as we go. So for the first one, let's start with Brent, and let's start with Lee. Our first category for Genre Feud is dog partners. These are all movies that feature a man and a dog teaming up. Those films are Turner and Hooch from 1989, K9 from 1989, and Top Dog from 1995.
How about that one?
Brent, which one of these films had the highest budget?
I'm going to go with Turner and Hooch.
Brent saying Turner and Hooch on behalf of him and Ryan. Lee, what do you say?
I'm gonna go Turner and Hooch.
Both Lee and Brent are saying Turner and Hooch for their respective teams, and no points. K9 had the highest budget, was $17 million. Turner and Hooch, $13 million
Belushi
budget.
name, I guess.
And Top Dog had a $6 million budget.
I guess
All right,
K9 costs more than a mutt.
Now, Ryan and Jordan, let's go to you. Which one of these 3 films had the highest theatrical worldwide gross? Ryan, let's start with you. Which one of these films?
I think Tom Hanks brought him in. He was America's brother at the time, so Turner and Hooch.
Ryan's saying Tom Hanks as America's brother. Before he was America's dad, obviously, is what you're saying.
He grew up. Well, that's how it works now.
Bosom buddies.
Ryan saying Turner and Hooch had the highest theatrical worldwide gross. Jordan, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Turner and Hooch, right? Like, if it's K9, that's insane.
Or Top Dog.
It's been Turner and Hooch all the way, and no points. K9 had the highest
Shut
theatrical worldwide gross,
up.
too. With $78
Get out of my
million.
house.
They are two of the
No
toughest
way.
You're no
I
longer
knew you were
welcome
there.
here.
Turner and Hooch brought in $71 million.
So wait,
Top
is
Dog
it the
only brought
dog
in
or is
$5
it
million.
Belushi?
It's definitely
He's got his arm around
the
him.
dog that brought in the $78 million. I'd say James probably had $8 million of that. $8 million worth of fans.
What a disappointing start.
Gosh.
Yeah, no points so far. Okay,
Jeez.
going into our next genre, and that is travel partners. These are all films that feature 2 people traveling together. Those films are Midnight Run from 1988, Dumb and Dumber from 1994, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles from 1987. Okay, we'll start with Brent. Which one of these films had the highest budget?
Where's Thelma and Louise?
Not on here.
Higher budget. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Dumb and Dumber.
Brent saying Dumb and Dumber on behalf of him and Ryan. Jordan, let's go with you. Which one of these films had the highest budget? Let's get you and Lee some points, baby.
Ooh, boy. This is a tough one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dumb and Dumber. I don't feel very confident about that.
Jordan also saying Dumb and Dumber, same with Brent and Ryan. And the answer is Midnight Run with $35 million.
Wow.
$17 million to make Dumb and Dumber and $15 million to make
I guess
Planes,
there's a
Trains,
plane
and
in
Automobiles.
Midnight Run.
Yeah,
There
and
is a plane,
Charles
And a
and
helicopter.
train, and
Charles Grodin was at his prime then.
And De Niro, I mean, I'm sure that De Niro's got to get paid.
But I would have gone with planes, trains, and automobiles next. So.
Yeah, that was my second. That was what I thought. Second.
All right, Ryan and Lee, we're going for a theatrical worldwide gross. Lee, what do you say? Which one of these three films brought in the most money worldwide?
I'm gonna say Dumb and Dumber.
Lee is saying Dumb and Dumber on behalf of him and Jordan. Ryan, what do you say?
Yeah, I remember it as a phenomenon, so I'm going to say Dumb and Dumber. So
Both teams saying Dumb and Dumber brought in the most money, and they get their first points. $247 million Dumb and Dumber brought in.
Dang,
$82
that's
million
insane.
Midnight Run brought in, and $50 million is what Planes, Trains, and Automobiles brought in. Both teams are on the
Damn.
board. All right, our next genre are Sublime Partners, and they're called Sublime Partners because they smoke two
Band.
joints before they smoke two joints, and then they smoke two more. Our films are Up in Smoke from 1978,
No.
Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle from 2004, and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back from 2001. Ryan, which one of these films had the highest budget?
Oh boy,
Snoochie Booch.
Jane Silent Bob.
Ryan is saying Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back had the highest budget. Lee,
Not
what do you
Cheech and
say?
Chong.
Well, as far as making it, I would assume that it's Jane Silent Bob Strike Back, just with all cameos.
Cast.
Yeah.
Both teams saying Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back had the highest budget, and they both get points for it. $22 million to make that one, $9 million to make Harold and Kumar, and
Jeez,
$2 million
Harold and Kumar's
to make
cheap as
Up in
fuck.
Smoke. All right,
Jeez.
Jordan, Brent, I think you know what I'm expecting from you here. Which one of these films had the highest intake, Brent?
I'm actually going to go with White Castle on this one.
Brent is saying Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle on behalf of him and Ryan's team. Jordan, what do you say?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's Harold and Kumar.
Both teams really sticking together today, guys. I mean, are you guys all on the same team? It's a 4-man team.
Oh,
Jordan also saying Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. No points. Up in Smoke brought in $44 million.
What?
Jay and Silent Bob
Wow.
Strike Back brought in $34 million. And
Hey,
Harold
I
and
knew-
Kumar Go to White Castle brought in $24 million.
I thought that was a sleeper, too.
I would have expected Cheech and Chong to have like sold more tickets or like made more adjusted
But
for
not made
inflation.
as much
but
money, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that one really was one of the very early midnight movies. You know, people went to see it many times. So,
Crazy.
makes sense.
okay, our last genre in Genre Feud is Lethal Partners. And these are all Lethal Weapon movies 2, 3, and 4 from 1989, 1992, and 1998. Lee, let's start with you. Which one of these films had the highest budget?
Well, let's just say Lethal Weapon 4.
Lee is saying Lethal Weapon 4. Brent, what do you say?
I want to say 4 because it seems like the obvious answer, but fuck
I
the
have
fuck
been
up.
known to trick people before, though.
I mean, look
Highest
at the clarity
budget.
improving on the poster. For one,
I mean, the cast alone.
They're all getting smaller. There's more people getting at it every time.
Jet
Yeah.
Li was coming up, Chris Rock in there, Pesci still. I'm going to go with 4 too.
Brent is agreeing with Lee and saying Lethal Weapon 4 had the highest budget and points. $140 million to make that movie, $35 million to make number 3, and $28 million to make number 2.
Okay, this has to be the trick.
So you say, maybe the trick is to make you think there's a trick, but there's no trick.
the
Jordan,
higher numbers are higher.
Maybe the trick is to make me think there's a trick, then not think there's a trick, and then there is a trick.
smoke another joint, buddy. Jordan, Ryan, which one of these films had the
God.
highest worldwide income? Ryan.
Oh man, I mean, 2 is really popular. I feel like.
Gotta had to made some money for them to keep making them, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Where was the peak, basically? Where did it all start crashing down?
Don't
I'm
forget.
gonna.
You...
What?
Never mind. I'm not allowed to chip in or whatever.
You can chip in.
Send me the vibes.
Text him.
You get the Asian market in Lethal Weapon 4.
That
All
you
right,
do. Yeah.
man. I'm gonna say sure. That's a great idea.
Ryan is saying Lethal Weapon 4 had the
Yeah.
highest income. Jordan, what do you say?
I'm gonna say that because Lethal Weapon 4 had such a stacked cast and a big budget, and there is no Lethal Weapon 5, that maybe it was Lethal Weapon 3.
Oh, okay.
Jordan
Like that did
uses
well enough to justify bringing in all these people in 4 and spending all this money.
Logic.
But then 4 didn't. There is no fifth one.
Jordan, I'm not
So-
going to beat around the bush. You are exactly right. Lethal Weapon 3 had the highest
Damn
income
it.
of $322
Oh,
million. Lethal Weapon 4 had $285 million, and Lethal Weapon 2 brought in $228 million.
And it had the biggest
Jordan gets
mullet.
another point. All right, at the end of Genre Feud, we do have a lead. It's a small one, but Lee and Jordan have 4 points to Brent and Ryan's 3.
I've been here before.
good job, Jordan.
Back at you, boss.
Would you know my name?
This game is called High-Low.
This game is called High Low. In this game, you'll each be guessing whether the average rating for a film on Letterboxd is higher or lower than 3.5 stars. Each team will have one answer, so I need a consensus between you and your partner. Okay, here we go. Our first film for High Low is Bad Boys from 1995. Is this film rated higher or lower than 3.5 stars according to the users on Letterboxd? Brent and Ryan.
Higher.
Brent's saying higher. Ryan, are you agreeing with him?
Yeah, Letterbox can't be that stupid.
Dem boys saying higher. Lee, Jordan, what do you think?
A Cowboys reference?
I would assume it would be higher.
I don't know.
Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not comfortable disagreeing with that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody is saying higher. No points. 3.2
What?
stars on Letterboxd.
yeah. I wondered if maybe it's not a little too, I don't know, lowbrow for the
Douchey.
Letterbox crowd. Yeah.
Douchey letterbox people.
There's not enough mise en scene.
Right. I mean, I feel like of all of Michael Bay's films, this one would probably be the closest to the Letterboxd archetype. You know, the type of movie that the Letterboxd average user would want to watch of his
Maybe.
filmography.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
But it is a good movie. I like this. I was surprised it was lower.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Our next film in High Low is from 1997. It is another Will Smith film, Men in Black. Do we think this is higher or lower than 3.5 stars?
Did Jada
Let's-
get to you?
Let's start with Lee and Jordan. Do you think this is higher or lower than 3.5 stars according to users on Letterboxd?
I would think it's higher, but
I would think so too, personally. I mean,
there's part of me that wants to say lower just because of who's making these calls.
yeah. But this
So
is like, I
let's-
think this is like Will Smith's best movie still, to be perfectly honest.
Very popular. They just go higher.
Okay. Jordan and Lee are saying higher. Brent, Ryan, what do you think?
I mean, principles alone, I've got to go higher, and I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck what Letterbox says.
And Jones' foil to Smith was so good
Yeah.
in that. So I don't, and there's the animatronics and all that. So
Vincent
it's,
D'Onofrio, don't forget him.
yep.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know how
Yeah,
you could
yeah,
not rate
this
it
has-
higher.
Okay, but those
So I'm hearing
arguments are
higher, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Both teams are saying higher, and they're both right. 3.6
Oh,
stars according to
thanks.
users on Letterboxd.
Letterbox.
Salvation from Letterbox.
That 1 point lead that Lee and Jordan have still stands. Going into our next film in High Low from 2013, The Heat.
Oh man.
Sandra Bullock, Melissa McCarthy film. Brent,
Man.
Ryan, do we think this film is higher or lower than 3.5 stars? According
Is
to
this
users on
one of your
Letterboxd?
fucking jokey things? It's lower for sure.
Letterbox would definitely be like, this sucks.
It
'Cause-
did suck.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they would anyway. I feel like,
It
You
better
guys
be
are saying
lower,
yeah.
or I'm gonna write a letter.
To
Brent
box.
and Ryan are saying lower. Brent's going to write a letter. Jordan, Lee, do you agree with him?
Yeah, I would say lower.
Yeah, sure. I don't really know that I have a strong. I think I saw this and thought it was okay, but I can imagine that the Letterbox crowd.
So
might not
how
like
is
it.
she holding that RPG 7? Like, look at it. Like the way she's standing.
She's got
the-
her other hand is behind Sandra Bullock, it looks like.
right, but like the way she's holding it, that's awkward looking. Like the handle is right behind her elbow.
That's a design.
like, see
problem.
that? Yeah,
It was lower. 3 stars on the dot. All points get all teams
because
get
of the
points.
RPG.
Because of the
I
RPG.
knew it.
Okay, our last film in High Low is from 2005, and it is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Do we
Man.
think this film is higher or lower than 3.5 stars according to users on Letterboxd? Lee and Jordan.
I was gonna answer.
Wait.
I would think that they would say lower.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm kind of. I agree. I think personally, I think this one's lower myself. So
Great fighting, hot fighting, but it's probably lower.
yeah, it's got like some fun stuff in it, but I don't.
But
it's,
overall, you guys are saying low.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's no Men in Black.
It's no Men in Black. Jordan and Lee are saying lower. Brent, Ryan, what do you say?
I think it's higher.
It's stylistic. I mean, I can get with that. It's definitely something I think Letterboxd is going to rate higher than the previous movie we just saw. So I could say higher. I could see it. That was during a big time for both of these people. So let's say higher.
Jordan and Lee saying lower. Brent and Ryan saying higher. And it is lower. 3.1 stars. Lee and Jordan get a point.
Shit. You gotta take risks. You gotta break a few eggs
Gotta take risks.
to make
Remember, you
scrambled
can't
eggs.
Unbreak an egg after you've already done it.
But you
could
can
with science.
Okay,
suck
at the
it
end
up.
of high-low, Lee and Jordan have turned it into a 2-point game. They have 7 points. Brent and Ryan have 5.
Suck a son of a suck.
Raga fraga, rag.
This game is called The Imposter.
This is The Imposter. For this game, I'll be naming a film and 3 actors. 2 of the named actors are actually in the stated film, but the 3rd actor is not. It's up to you to figure out who is the imposter of each group. Each member of both teams will provide an answer. Each team is capable of receiving 2 points if both members choose the right imposter.
Oh.
Our first film for The Imposter is from 1982, 48 Hours. Obviously, we know Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy are in that film, but how about these 3? Jonathan Banks, Gary Busey, James Remar. Let's start with Brent. Which one of these 3 men were not in 48 Hours?
Gary Busey was not in 48 Hours.
Brent saying Gary Busey. Ryan, what do you say?
I think it's also Gary.
Brent and Ryan
But you
both
can
saying
also
Gary
choose a
Busey.
second one.
Right, but then we don't get double points.
Right.
I thought if you choose both of them.
No. You each get to choose one person. If you guys are both right, you each get a point.
Okay.
We got them scrambled eggs.
So Brent and
2
Ryan are both
people
saying
were in the
Gary.
movie.
Okay, Brent and Ryan are both saying Gary Busey. Jordan, what do you say?
Shit, I don't know. Let's go with James Remar.
Jordan is saying James Remar. Lee, what do you say?
I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna go with Gary Busey.
Lee is saying Gary Busey. Agreeing with Brent and Ryan. Jordan is saying James Remar, and it was Gary Busey. Lee gets a point, and Brent and Ryan both get a point.
Nice.
Okay.
Should have known better.
Should have known better.
I had no idea, Jordan, so I don't feel bad.
This is, I think this is the most questions I've had where all the contestants have agreed pretty much on the entire game. But we'll see how it goes from here. From 2008, Step Brothers. We know Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are in it, but what about these 3?
Gary Busey is not in that movie.
Seth Rogen, Ken Jeong, and Craig Kilborn. Lee, which one of these 3 men was not in Step Brothers?
I want to say Craig Kilborn.
Lee is saying Craig Kilborn. Jordan, what do you say?
God, I've seen that movie a bunch of times, and I don't remember any of these guys being in it.
Well, I assure you 2 of them are in it. That's what makes this game so fun.
Yeah. Okay, Craig Kilborn, sure.
Jordan's agreeing with his partner, Craig Kilborn. Ryan, what do you say?
I know absolutely one of these. I know what scene they're in. The other 2, I think it's Craig. I'm going to say Craig.
Ryan agreeing Craig Kilborn was not in the film. Brent, what do you say?
I think it's Seth Rogen.
Brent saying Seth Rogen was not in Step Brothers. The other 3 are saying Craig Kilborn, and the other 3 get points. It was Craig Kilborn, not in that film. Seth Rogen and Ken Jeong are both in the film.
They're there in the interviews when they're interviewing for.
He's like, I can taste it.
Yes.
I can taste it.
Fuck me. He does the fart guy.
Yeah.
He's like, actually, now the
Son of
tuxedos
a
are fucked up.
shit.
I got a catering job for you.
That's right.
One that mixed me up was Old School. He's in Old School.
I knew
Yes,
that
he is.
too.
Mhm.
That
Yep.
makes it worse.
Tricked you there, Brent.
Don't tell me how I'm wrong.
I think your film knowledge is going in the can the longer you're in the netherworld, whatever bullshit we said you were in.
TV to the second power.
Okay, the next film for The Imposter is from 2020. It's a recent one, and that film is Bill and Ted Face the Music. We know
Never saw
Keanu
it.
Reeves and Alice Winter were in this film. We know George Carlin wasn't. Were these 3 people in it? Reggie Watts, Kid Cudi, Weird Al Yankovic? Start with Jordan.
I'm gonna say Kid Cudi was not in it.
Jordan saying Kid Cudi was not in it. Lee, do you agree? Hey, yeah, you.
I'll go with Weird Al. I
You
feel
should
like
have just put your shirt up. Okay.
It's just a sign. It's just a
Yeah.
sign.
Jordan is saying Kid Cudi. Lee is saying Weird Al Yankovic. Ryan, what do you say?
I have not seen this, but I can see Reggie in this, and I can definitely see Weird Al in this. So I'm going to say Kid Cudi.
Ryan's agreeing with Jordan saying Kid Cudi. Brent, what do you say?
It's half and half. I'll go Weird Al.
So Lee and Brent are saying Weird Al Yankovic. Jordan and Ryan are saying Kid Cudi. A even divide on both teams and no points. Reggie Watts was not in that film. Kid Cudi and Weird Al Yankovic was.
Wow.
I didn't see it, so
I just assumed Reggie Watts was in it.
Yeah, no shit, right?
yeah,
Weird
yeah.
music. He's got to get it. All three of those are hosts of. They were the band leaders for Comedy Bang Bang. If you guys ever watched that show.
Yeah.
I've
Okay,
never
right.
seen Kid Cudi do it.
Yeah, he's good at it. Here is our last film for The Imposter. It's from 1995. A personal favorite of mine. I'm sure a personal favorite of everybody else. Seven. We know Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman are in it, but what about these three? Charles S. Dutton, Joe Pantoliano, and John C. McGinley. Start with Brent. Which one of these motherfuckers was not in Seven?
No, it's either Joe or Charles.
It's either Joey or Charlie, Brent
And
says.
I think it's Joe.
Brent's saying Joey Pants is not in it. Ryan, what do you say?
I am trying to play the main people in my head real quick, real fast. And I don't think I remember Charles. So I'm gonna
Ryan
say
is saying Charles. You were speed running through it like Dr. Strange
Yep.
does? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was real hard.
Brent saying Joey Pants. Ryan saying Charles S. Dutton. Jordan, what do you say?
I think I'm going with Joey Pants as well.
Jordan agreeing with Joey Pants. Lee, what do you say?
I have no idea. I'll go with Charles.
Another split between teams. Ryan and Lee are saying Charles S. Dutton. Jordan and Brent are saying Joey Pants. And Jordan and Brent both get a point for their teams. It was Joe Pantoliano. Not in Seven.
What's in the box?
What's
I'm in the box.
indeed?
I'm in
Well,
2 boxes.
Oh, no! Oh, God.
What's in the box is 10 points for Lee and Jordan and only 9 for Brent and Ryan. Keeping it close, guys.
Hey,
Love to
only.
see it.
point. Do you want to know a fun fact?
Sure. Enlighten.
So there's, you know what petrichor is? Like the smell of rain.
Okay.
We were just talking about that the other day on a shoot.
Okay, sweet. So like petrichor, there's a component of it called geosmin, which is the smell essentially of when the bacteria get they like die, like during the rain or whatever. Anyway, so the human nose is on orders of magnitude more sensitive to geosmin than sharks are to blood. So you can smell geosmin more sensitive than a shark can to blood by like 10,000 times. So
Wow.
it's amazing. It's how sensitive we are to it, and that's the fun fact for you.
Very
Is there a reason for that, or
Probably the hypothesis that I think is most sense is that we evolved in plains areas that following rain would be where herds went and food is,
Oh.
because we lived in like mainly savanna and things like that, right? So having an adaptation to smell where the rain is very sensitively, we could find food better, and then it's just carried on because it's more of a benefit than anything else.
We're going to have to start a separate podcast. It's just Ryan Smart Facts.
No, we all have fun facts. Fun facts. Geosmin.
This game is called Meetings and Failures in Meetings.
This is Meetings and Failures and Meetings. I'm going to give you 2 titles that the movies released under in foreign markets. One is real, one is fake. Each of you will tell me which one is real. Each team can receive 2 points for each question. That's if both of the partners get it correct, just like last game. Our first movie for Meetings and Failures Meetings is Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid from 1969. Here are 2 titles for you. 2 Men and One Destiny from Venezuela, or 2 Men and One Fate from Venezuela. 1 word difference between the titles. Lee, let's start with you. Which one is real?
I'm gonna go with 2 Men, One Destiny.
Lee is saying the first one, 2 Men, One Destiny. Jordan, what do you say?
Gosh, it's a 1 word difference, and the 1 words are like they're synonyms.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. 2 Men and One Destiny.
Jordan agreeing with Lee and saying 2 Men, 1 Destiny. Ryan, what do you say?
I think it's 2 Men and 1 Fate.
Ryan saying 2 Men, 1 Fate. Brent, what do you say?
I agree.
Brent and Ryan saying 2 Men and 1 Fate. Jordan and Lee saying 2 Men and 1 Destiny. And Jordan and Lee both get points. It was 2 Men and 1 Destiny.
Hate those syllables.
That makes more sense, though.
It does,
right.
actually. It does.
But it is, like you said, synonyms. Destiny, Fate, same thing. All right, our next film in Meetings and Failure Meetings is from 1998. It is Rush Hour, Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker classic. And here are 2 titles for you. An Explosive Couple from Argentina or Rumble in LA from China. Brent, let's start with you. Which one of these titles is correct?
Rumble in LA.
Brent is saying Rumble in LA is correct. Ryan, what do you say?
Yep, it's that one.
Ryan agreeing. Rumble in LA. Jordan, what do you say?
Yeah, I think it is Rumble in LA.
3 for Rumble in LA. Lee, what do you say?
It sounds so cool. It's like Rumble in the Bronx because it got Jackie Chan. So Rumble in LA.
All 4 of our contestants, both teams are saying Rumble in LA and no points. An Explosive Couple was correct from Argentina.
These titles are wild.
Lee almost sussed it out. That's why I called it Rumble in LA.
We see, yeah, it was like that. I thought that they would release the movie with that kind of title to play.
I knew you were going to think that, and I fucked you over with it.
Yeah, you did. Good job.
All right.
You dick.
We're giving too much credit.
All right, fuck you, Brent. I'll put you another goddamn TV. It'll be 3 by the end of the night.
I like TVs. Put me in a bigger TV.
No,
Make it a
they'll keep
Zenith
getting
this time.
smaller. Russian dolls, they get smaller. So,
Oh no.
our
Magnavox.
next film for Meetings and Failure Meetings is from 2007, Hot Fuzz. Here are 2 titles for you. Fatal Weapon from Spain or Investigating the Elderly from Sweden. Ryan, which one of these titles do you think is the real one?
Man, now I feel like the easy one, Fatal Weapon, is the lie. I feel like Investigating the Elderly would be something they'd call it in Sweden because it's very direct in what the movie's about. So I'm going with that.
Ryan is saying Investigating the Elderly is the correct title. Brent, what do you say?
Double down.
2 for Investigating the Elderly. Lee, what do you say?
Die.
What was the other one? Lethal.
Fatal Weapon from Spain or Investigating the Elderly from Sweden.
I feel like Fatal Weapon would be it because Investigating the Elderly would be too revealing.
Okay.
I don't know.
Lee is saying Fatal Weapon. Jordan, what do you say?
I'm going to go with Investigating the Elderly.
Jordan gets his partner and agreeing with
Playing
the
it
other
safe.
team, saying Investigating the
pretty
Elderly.
much.
Jordan, Ryan, Brent saying Investigating the Elderly. Lee saying Fatal Weapon, and Lee gets a point for his team. It was Fatal Weapon in Spain. Brent and Ryan have 0 points so far this round. We have one last film to talk about in Meetings and Failures and Meetings, and it's from 1991, Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. Another famous duo.
That's a real movie?
It is a real movie starring Mickey Rourke and Don Johnson.
I bet it's bad.
No.
Which one is which? Which one do you think
It's
is which?
it's worth the watch for sure.
Okay, is it?
I would
God.
say.
It might, if you're drunk watching it, on like TBS late at night.
Just
like,
so you
I'd
can
it's
say
probably-
I've seen this movie.
I've seen it. I
mean,
think I've seen
fuck.
it twice. I think.
It's Mickey Rourke and Don Johnson. Come the fuck on.
All right, here are 2 titles for this film: 2 Hard Cases from Bolivia, or Justice Has Its Price from Uruguay.
Oh, the Uruguay poster must be insane.
Brett, what do you say? Which one is the real title?
Hmm.
This is
Just gonna throw your hands up in the air.
I think it's 2 hard cases.
Brent's saying 2 Hard Cases. Ryan, what do you say?
I don't know what happens in the movie.
They ain't soft cases, I'll tell you that much.
Right? No, they're not. Look
Look at that poster.
Damn. Hard breathing like those hard smoking lungs. 2 hard cases for sure.
Ryan agreeing with Brent saying 2 Hard Cases.
Yes.
Lee, what do you say?
Yeah, I would say 2 hard cases. Just
Lee
looking
agreeing
at
with the
that.
other team saying 2 Hard Cases. Jordan, what do you say?
I'm gonna break with the pack and go with Justice Has Its Price. I'm a little uncertain if hard cases isn't some sort of like euphemistic phrase that wouldn't necessarily translate into another language so directly.
Jordan using a lot of logic tonight, and it just got him a point. Justice Has Its Price was the correct title.
Man.
2 hard cases was some shit I came up with. At the end of Meetings and Failures and Meetings, Lee and Jordan have added quite a bit to their lead. It is now 14-9. Brent and Ryan didn't get any points during
No
that game.
points. No poster either.
This game is called BGBT.
This game was specifically requested to return, a first for the show. Each team will receive the title of a film. You and your partner will take turns crafting a plot and casting 2 actors who would star in that plot. I have also given the same title to ChatGPT and will grade your pitches against what it fed back. Each team can receive up to 4 points based on how their pitch stacks up.
Oh.
Brent and Ryan, we're going to start with you. I'm going to give you the title of film, and Brent's going to start the pitch, and when I tell Ryan to take over, he's going to take over from there. The title of the film that I want to hear from you is 1+1. Brent, take it away. I want to hear a plot, and I want to hear one actor from you. The other actors can be from Ryan.
1+1 is a movie about people who have a shoe hobby. And this
Ryan, take it from there.
And they go with their shoes that they only have one of each because they bought gifts for each other and they couldn't. So they went to the cobbler, who's played by Dennis Hopper, and he's very
Brent, take
angry.
it up from there.
We're doing Gift of the Magi, but with shoes.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper is the shoe. When did we go back to cobbling times? I wasn't expecting that shit. I was going Air Force One with this bitch.
They're still
Work it back.
I like this idea of people who only have one shoe. So they're walking around with a shoe and a sock. And they're looking for their partner, and that's how people are matched up in the fucking future or some shit.
Lobster.
But for some reason, they cobble shoes still.
Ryan, take it from there.
And Dennis Hopper says, fuck those socks. We need Pabst blue shoes, Nike's blue shoes. And they always have blue shoes, and they got to find them so they're happy instead of those red shoes. So they're walking.
Right, take it from there.
I can't keep up with this.
Is what he said.
So we got, now they're wearing LA Gear light ups. And apparently they're cobbled though. And so we're looking for matching color. Wait a minute.
Who's the second actor?
Why did we get rid of the sock thing?
We didn't.
So that's Act 2, where Dennis Hopper gets rid of people's socks?
No, he said he wants
to
get rid of socks.
No, Ryan, stop helping. Ryan, stop helping. It's Brent's turn. Keep going.
I don't even know where I'm at here. I feel like we...
Well, just... And... Who's the second actor, and what is he doing?
Jenny McCarty.
Perfect. I see a lot of chemistry between her and Dennis Hopper.
Yeah. Good God.
I went. Steve Buscemi has to be in there somewhere. Though.
No, you have chosen your 2 actors now.
Shit.
I only need 2.
Oh, we don't get more than 2 actors.
Nope.
The whole
Dennis
movie
Hopper,
only has 2 actors.
And did you say Jenny McCarthy?
AI is a miracle.
Okay.
From iCarly.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is it's a film starring Jeanette McCarty and Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper is a cobbler, a time-traveling cobbler?
Apparently
a time-traveling cobbler who is trying to find his other
No, he makes the
Or
shoes for
he
people that are
makes the
trying to find
shoes.
their matches.
Okay,
So
okay.
Dennis Hopper makes shoes for everyone.
And he's mad.
But only one.
But only one. And then you got to find the person whose shoe matches your shoe, and you're destined to be together.
Is he supernatural? Does he
Or
have
the
like
world
a supernatural
explodes.
thing?
He's like King
Is
Koopa.
Dennis Hopper supernatural? I'm
Yes.
picturing him as one of those little shoe elves now. Like this, the Christmas Story with the elves and the shit.
Yeah, okay.
I'm Dennis Cobbler.
And then
Well,
she's
I mean-
trying to find her love, so she goes to him, and he makes her a shoe.
And then they fall in love, of course.
Okay. Okay. 1+1 from Brent and Ryan. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT had to say
Beautiful.
about 1+1.
Oh, jeez.
They say it's a drama. An experienced teacher, played by Octavia Spencer, and a disillusioned substitute, played by Bryan Cranston, are assigned to co-teach a challenging high school
Cranston.
math class. Their differing teaching methods and life experiences initially clash, but as they work together to inspire their students, they discover that their unique approaches can create a powerful formula for education and
Boo.
personal growth.
Spencer's like, how do I reach these
We-
fucking kids?
We might not have a cohesive fucking movie, but it definitely beat that shit.
It's original.
Okay,
And we-
out of 4
It has
points,
soul.
We
out of
can
4
workshop
points, I'll
it.
give you 2 points.
2.5.
I don't do half points on the show, you know that.
We can workshop that movie and make it a brilliant fucking surrealist movie.
Well, I own it now since you said it on my show. So
All right, then I went 3 stars. I went 3 stars if you own my movie.
I want 1%.
no, 2 stars. Okay. Jordan and Lee,
I
is
heard
now
3.
up to you guys. I'm going to give you the title of the film. One of you is going to start giving me a plot, and then I'm going to give it to someone else. We're going to go back and forth a couple times. The name of your film is 3 - 1. Jordan, let's start with you.
Were you fucking doing your budget or some shit last night?
Do you not? Have you not been following, paying attention? It's all twos, duos. All the movies were duos. All of the things are 2. Ah, man, whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Okay, so my pitch for 3 - 1 is that it's a legacy sequel to the Three Amigos, where 2 of the amigos have to get back together for one of the amigos' funeral.
Lee, take it from
Oh.
there.
And they go back, and they meet a priest acted by Rodney Dangerfield,
Okay.
who tells them of a quest they have to fulfill for the will of the last.
Jordan, take it from there.
Okay, and they have to go back to the town they went to in the first one, and there's some kind of
Which one's dead, by the way?
it's got to be Chevy Chase, right?
Chevy Chase is
Me.
dead? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I just
Well,
mean-
right. But now we need 2 actors. You've already named Rodney Dangerfield, so you cannot name those 2 other actors now. You can say Chevy Chase isn't it, sure, but I need
Okay.
one other actor that's doing something in this film.
It's the guy that plays all the Mexican characters. I'm having a hard time thinking of his name. He gets his head put on a turtle in Breaking Bad.
Oh, Danny Trejo.
Danny
Okay,
Trejo, that's
take
it.
it
Danny
up from there,
Trejo's in
Lee.
it.
Danny Trejo greets the remaining amigos, and in order to give up the treasure, they have to answer his riddles, and do satisfy his riddleic needs.
Okay, Jordan, take it up from there.
I like it.
Um,
Oh, 3 - 1 is 2.
You're which is how many TVs you're in for now.
So they answer his riddles, and at the end that takes them to some other place somehow, and they find they think they're going to find some treasure, but it turns out it's
Wait,
actually
stop,
Chevy Chase,
stop.
and he's not dead.
God damn it. All right.
Sorry.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Got too far.
Okay, Lee, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yes, so they go to find the treasure, and when they get there, there's no treasure. And as they open the chasm to see the treasure, nothing's there. And then it's Rodney Dangerfield, and he's got 2 guns, and he's the bad guy, and he's basically pointing guns at them, and is like, now there will be no amigos.
There'll be no amigos. No.
Okay. All right.
Because they never gave him respect.
Perfect.
He wanted to be the original 3rd amigo, but they kicked him out, and he never got the respect. So
They
he's about
chose
he's going to kill
Chevy
him.
Chase over Rodney Dangerfield. Those bastards. They deserve it.
Yeah.
All right, that was Lee and Jordan's 3 - 1, which is a Three Amigos sequel where Chevy Chase is dead. Yay! Okay, let's see what ChatGPT had to make of 3 - 1. It's another drama starring Anne Hathaway and Ryan Reynolds. A gifted pianist, played by Anne Hathaway, and a brilliant composer, played by Ryan Reynolds, form an unlikely partnership to complete a musical composition left unfinished by a mutual friend who passed away. As they collaborate, they discover that the power of music can help them cope with their grief, finding harmony in the midst of loss. It's a pretty good one. I might not watch it with that cast, but I'd probably watch that film. So I really do like Jordan Lee, so I'm going to give you guys 3 extra points.
It's got that, legacy sequel, established IP,
Yeah.
just makes sense.
And Chevy Chase is dead!
Yeah,
Yay! Okay,
Everyone loves that.
we have champions.
Baby.
With a score of 17-11, Lee and Jordan have entered the winner's circle. Congratulations, guys. You guys are going home with Wild Wild West and Batman Forever. Now, it's up to you guys to figure out who gets who. Or if you guys want to cut them in half and each take half, fine, that's cool. Whatever.
Batman Forever has the bat nipples, right?
Yes, I do believe they do feature some bat nipples in that one. I know
All right.
what Lee wants then. That's all for Filmwar. We have our first tag team champions. All hail Lee and Jordan. They're taking home a VHS copy of Wild Wild West and Batman Forever. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at The Filmwar, on Instagram at The Filmwar Pod, and on our subreddit r/Filmwar. Please watch our episodes on youtube.com/@Filmwar or at thefilmwar.com. Rate us, share us, kiss us, thrill us. We'll see you soon. Until then, any last words, gentlemen?
Check the refs. Check the refs.
I like that Batman Forever soundtrack reference.
It's time for ice.
Ryan's going to crystal
Take
meth.
food,
Godspeed,
come in
everybody.
Okay. Goodbye. Productivity.
Filmwar, a 1,000-yard stare production.